morning, everybody. Thanks for coming. Welcome to RI 2025. That's an amazingly enthusiastic silence. Thanks, and I'll respond to that as soon as I wake up in about 3 hours. It'll take me that long because I'm not staying for the workshop. And I'm sure that Chris will keep you all awake, entertained, and educated and enlightened. My wife Anita found 3 necklaces that Chris has on her table that she's buying already this weekend. Now that doesn't make Chris unusual that Anita bought something of hers, because Anita has bought a lot of necklaces from a lot of people. But what makes it special is that Anita only goes for the highest quality in necklaces and husbands. So you're seeing 2 pretty special people here. Let's see, a little bit of business. Please silence your cell phones. Okay. Number 2 is there's lunch outside of Gladys's workshop. It's not for us. Okay? Sorry to... But, like I say, I'm not staying right now, so I'll let you know how it was. So let's say it's not for you. So that's another thing. Make sure the food is yours before you grab it, okay? I know when I was a kid, we always had 2 choices for dinner. Take it or leave it. The other thing is, tonight is the healing meditation. If you've not been to one, it is a really cool experience. And if you have somebody in your life, maybe it's yourself, who needs or wants some healing, you can fill out a healing request, and there's a box right at the registration table. So you can do that, and then come tonight for the meditation. It's a fun thing. Our speaker, as you know, because here you are, is Chris Goen Anderson, and I think you're in for a treat. Chris wants to express her gratitude, which she will anyway, to ORI for not only giving her the opportunity to hear the sound of her own voice for 8 hours straight, but also for teaching her for everything that she's learned over the years, as many of us have. So enjoy the day, and here's Chris Goen Anderson.
I am indeed very, very grateful to ORI for teaching me that I have unlimited possibilities at my fingertips. I mean, isn't that amazing to have unlimited possibilities at our fingertips? I brought this little one so that you could see it. I was thinking about bringing one about this size, but it didn't fit in my bag. So what could it mean to have unlimited possibilities at our fingertips? To me, it must mean that we are divine. I mean, think about it. If you believe you are a child of God, you must be divine. If you believe you are a child of the earth, you must also be divine. Because being human means being divine. Did you know that they used to call dowsing divining? It makes me wonder if it was called divining because they knew long ago it was a means of communicating with the divine, or did they know long ago that it was a means of us stepping into our divinity? So Greg Braden, one of my favorite authors, just released his new book last month, Pure Human. And in it, he talks about an experiment they did using the binary code. So the binary code is how we communicate with computers. I was also told the binary code is the language of the universe. So they applied the binary code to our DNA, and they came up with 4 words. The same 2 words in 4 languages. Arabic, Sanskrit, Hebrew, and cuneiform. And Greg Braden goes on to explain that the possibility of that happening is beyond astronomical. The same words in 4 languages. So the first word translates into English as God eternal. The second word translates into English as within the body. God eternal within the body. Before we go any further, I want to just take a measurement of the room. You're welcome to do this yourself. I often have a pendulum in my pocket. I never have a chart, so I visualize it. All the way left is 0, and in this case, all the way right is going to be 1,000. So I'm just going to ask the frequency of the room, and it's about 400, which is very typical in the United States, in areas that are struggling with famine and war. It's closer to about 200. So in here I get about 400. Before anybody was in here, I got about 300. So that's a good thing. So everybody I hope has a pendulum, and just take your pendulum and hold it up in front of your torso and repeat silently or out loud, I am God eternal within the body. I am God eternal within the body. I am God eternal within the body. You might try it in front of your heart. You might try it in front of your high heart. Your high heart is halfway between the throat and the heart. I am. And just notice what goes on inside your body. You can notice the pendulum, but also notice what goes on inside. There's subtle shifts that take place inside when we step into our divinity. I am God eternal within the body. I am God eternal within the body. And if that's difficult for you to say those words, you can spin the pendulum clockwise. And it cleans up the energy field in order to make those words feel easier. So I am a lover of science. I spent 20 years in the show me state. So I felt like I needed science in order to be a dowser. I felt like I was always questioned, and science proves dowsing. So I love science. And science tells us that within 50 trillion cells in your body, there's the message, God eternal within the body, written 50 trillion times. And Greg Braden goes on to say that it's very much just like a message, like an artist signing their work of art. God signed God's work of art, and you are that work of art. 50 trillion times. I am God eternal within the body. So try this one. I am whole and complete. So we can get fragmented for many different reasons. We can come into, yes. I'm sorry, I was told to speak loudly, and I will speak louder. So, try whole and complete. We often get fragmented. We can come into this lifetime fragmented because of traumas that our mothers experienced. I think it's also true that, well, Greg Braden and Bruce Lipton would both agree. We come into this lifetime inheriting eye color, hair color, etc. But what fewer people know is that we come in with all of the memories, all of the experiences of our ancestors. Our cells, those 50 trillion cells, have enormous capacity for memory, more so than a computer. We are capable of remembering more than a computer. in those 50 trillion cells. So we want to bring all of those parts back to us. So notice how it feels when you say, I am whole and complete. I am whole and complete. If you were ever afraid for your life, you might have left parts of you back there. So we want to bring all of those parts back. I am whole and complete. Now, we're used to listening to our bodies when we're hungry, but our bodies talk to us many more ways than just the growling of the stomach. So as you do this, go within and feel the very subtle shifts. Sometimes they're not so subtle. Sometimes I just feel like I have to shake it off, like I have to get rid of the old to make room for the new, and shaking is a very common one for me. Face distortions, I think, are also common for me. Squinting of the eyes. There's the very subtle flush that many people experience, and that's probably the hardest to pick up on. Another one is a nice, deep breath. The body just says thank you with a nice, deep breath. Burps are another one. Expelling gas is another one. So just pay attention. Just pay attention to how your body talks to you. As you bring all of those pieces back, I am whole and complete. You, as a child of God, as the divine being, have the ability to bring all of your pieces back to you. Another thing that happens is part of the body stops communicating with another part of the body. So there's this battle going on, and so we want to reconnect. So just imagine reconnecting all of the different parts of you. Right, left, front, back, top, bottom. So I am whole. I am God eternal within the body. Greg Braden's theory also then is that evil is anything that prevents us from stepping into our divinity. Evil is anything that holds us back. To me, it's like evil created a virus we know of as fear. Fear of not being good enough, not being smart enough, not being able to make a living. So when we let fear rule our lives, we are letting evil rule our lives. So it's my goal today to assist each one of us into taking a giant leap into our divinity, because there's no time more important than now. And the thing about this message on our DNA, God eternal within the body, is that it wasn't retrievable until now. We didn't have the technology. So that must mean that we are ready. So you can do that one. I am ready. And if it doesn't feel easy, if it doesn't feel good, then swing that pendulum throughout your whole body. I was introduced to this technique 20 years ago by Dr. Robert Pettit. Dr. Pettit was a professor at one of the Missouri universities. And I had shoulder pain at the time. And he says, well, do you want me to do something about that? Oh, okay, sure. And he holds up his pendulum for just a moment and says, that's residue from a flu virus that didn't entirely leave your body. Okay. And he says, do you want me to do something about that? I said, yeah, sure. And so then he hung his pendulum again, and this time a little bit longer, like maybe 5 seconds. And he said, okay, it's gone. And it was indeed gone. And that was some 20 years ago. So there is lots of tricks in your paperwork about how to improve your dowsing abilities. One is magnetism. So every cell in our body, 50 trillion cells, has the message, God eternal within the body. Also, every cell of our body has a magnetic field. So it's supposed to be organized north in the front, south in the back, north on the top of the head, which is why we're not supposed to sleep with our heads facing north. That's like, trying to put two north poles of a magnet together. They fight each other, right? So north, back is south, top of the head, north, bottom of the feet is south. Digits alternate, north, south, north, south. So that's why when you hold a pendulum, you should only use 2 fingers, 2 side-by-side fingers. Then you have a north pole and you have a south pole. If you bring a 3rd finger in there, you change the polarity. So we need that balance. So that north and south, that same balance goes into all the dualities of life, positive, negative, right, left, masculine, feminine. So you want just the 2 fingers. Another trick is to put a magnet in your non-dominant hand and the pendulum in your dominant hand, or switch it around, might work better for you too. That magnet increases your magnetism. So back in the 80s, Pettis and Pettigrew wrote a paper relating dowsing to homing pigeons. They said that homing pigeons have more of a mineral known as magnetite in their heads. And so when they think about home, this magnetite magnetizes them home. Pettis and Pettigrew theorized then that dowsers have more magnetite than a non-dowser. But if you are concerned about not having enough magnetite, the best thing you can do is be here now. Being here now, practicing dowsing, seeing others douse, builds our magnetite, partly because of mirror neurons. Mirror neurons in our body, when we see something happen, it's easier for us to do it. When we see somebody yawn, we want to yawn. The things like that. When we see somebody douse, we have an easier time dowsing. So the best thing you can do is be here now. So magnetism is a very important part of dowsing, and you want to use just 2 fingers. Any questions so far? Pettis and Pettigrew wrote that paper back in the 80s. It's amazing to me how nobody knows about it. We are so slow at learning something new, aren't we? Or accepting something new. Greg Braden goes on to explain that within the next 10 years, each one of us is going to be encouraged to get an AI implant, artificial intelligence. And it'll be easy to sell, because imagine having Google in your head. You don't even have to punch it into your phone to ask a question. You would have all the answers to a test. Google could write your paper. You could translate languages. The downside is that once that AI is implanted, it cannot be removed without killing the organism it was implanted into. I can understand how paraplegics would want to do that, but the rest of us, we have to say no. AI can never feel emotions, and our emotions are what make us divine. A brief explanation of the chakras. The feet chakras are our path. So when we have strong foot chakras, we're on the path we came here to walk. The root is all about family ties and feeling safe in the world. The sacral is creativity, sexuality. Solar plexus is our personal power center. The heart is our love center. It's where we give love and receive love. The high heart is a more universal love center. It's our connection to the divine. It is our, Buddhism calls it the sacred heart. Christianity calls it the kingdom of heaven, the soul chamber. So it is halfway between the heart and the throat. And we're going to work a lot with that one, because that's the one where miracles happen. Then we have the throat chakra, is all about communication, speaking, and listening. The third eye, seeing, hearing, knowing beyond the physical. And the crown, our connection to the divine. So the high heart chakra, where miracles take place, is where the power that we get is tapped into. So we all have emotions we don't like: jealousy, anger, resentment. Today we're going to amplify the good emotions. We've all heard of stories where adrenaline kicks in and people can achieve the impossible. I read one the other day. A woman jumps on the back of an alligator and pries its jaws open in order for her little dog to escape. Another one, two teenage girls find their father stuck under a tractor and they pick it up and he crawls out. Another one where an elderly woman found her grandson under the car he was working on, the jack had given away. She not only picks up the car, but she throws it to get to her grandson. You know, that comes from right here. So this is an important one to get to know, and this is the one we are going to work on today. So as you think God eternal within the body, God eternal within the body, just notice how that feels in there. I have my own little story about emotions and how powerful it is. I have two little dogs, 50-pound dogs. I don't know if that's little or not. One of them I call my good dog, and the other one I call my fun dog. So my fun dog is an Australian shepherd. Shepherd, sheep herder. Yeah, he's afraid of sheep. But he knew he was supposed to have something to do with those sheep, but he was going to do it 100 yards away. That went on for months. Then one day he's in the pasture, and he catches a mouse. And he's so excited about that mouse. He's dancing and throwing that mouse in the air and just all sorts of little antics, which attracts the sheep. So the sheep start investigating what's going on here. Well, my little dog was not going to give that sheep his mouse. And deep down inside, he found his courage and he saved his mouse. It's not that the sheep ever wanted the mouse, but ever since, he gets into that ram's face every chance he gets. His emotions did that for him. And our emotions can do that for us. So today we're going to take a giant leap into who we came here to be. God eternal within the body. This stuff is so important. I don't want to miss anything. So there's lots of fun things to do with pendulum. Ask the sex of a baby. Typically, I believe that if it's a female, it goes in a circle, or I've also seen it go parallel. If it's a male, it goes perpendicular. I've done that on eggs that I wanted to incubate because I only wanted to incubate hens. I have 2 pregnant ewes, so I check the sex of them. Another fun thing to do with the pendulum is to ask what is the best direction to go, what's the best route to take. Anyone do that today? Yeah? And pendulums are sensitive enough that they can pick up on the energy of crystals. So I have, anybody know what direction is north? I ask this every time. That way? It doesn't matter. Okay, so watch the pendulum as I face that direction, whatever direction that is. So that makes the pendulum go perpendicular to the quartz. You see? So the opposite is going to be parallel. This direction makes it stop. The opposite is a full circle. So that's going to be really hard for you to see. So my theory is that it's like the vortices of Sedona. Ooh. Some of the vortices balance masculine energy, and some of them balance feminine energy, and some of them balance, some of them balance both. So the full circle, that's balancing both. So when you go home, face all of your crystals in the direction that gives you the most energy or the most balance. Because it's not only masculine and feminine, it's all the dualities, positive, negative, right and left, etc. So this is a geode, a Missouri geode. And I always thought then that, it spent millions of years like that. So that direction it was went full circle. So my theory was that it was facing that direction during those millions of years. And therefore, half of it would want to go that direction, and half of it would want to go that direction. But the truth is, both halves want to go that direction. I don't. So I know nothing. All I can do is experiment and see what happens. But I just think that is an interesting phenomenon. Yes?
Are you saying turn your crystals north?
Charged crystals north?
Are you saying turn your crystals north?
No, I was saying each crystal has a direction it wants to face. And to find out what direction that is, hold your pendulum in front. And if you get a stop, then don't go that direction. It has nothing for you if the pendulum stops. So try the opposite direction.
Which way is it going to spin?
Clockwise. Clockwise. It will spin clockwise.
The right way, go clockwise.
Yes, because our bodies spin clockwise. So when it's in harmony with us, it's going to spin clockwise. And that is my favorite way of asking about, is this food good for me? Many of us for decades have pointed out a menu item and said, is this good for me? And waiting for a yes, no. And, we all know that it's easy to influence a pendulum. And if I ask about that chocolate cake, I'm going to get a yes. So this new way, I am in more of a state of curiosity. You hold the pendulum over the item, and if it goes clockwise, it is good for you. It resonates with you. It is in harmony with you. If it goes counterclockwise, stay away. Stay away. So you can do that with vitamins, prescriptions. The number one cause of death in America is often using prescriptions as they are prescribed. So you do it over your prescription. Is this, you're not asking any question. Keep your head in a state of curiosity. Is this good for me? Or no, you're just looking for what is it going to do? And if it's clockwise, it's in harmony with you. And then you can test your second medicine. And then you put the two together. Because the two together may change everything. So that's one of my favorite things to do with a pendulum, and I do it throughout the day. You can do it over words. You can, just scribble out an idea. Is this idea in harmony with me? Or should I stay away? Wow, it is just going wild in this room. Any questions so far?
Sure. So I'm stuck back at the beginning.
Can we use the mic?
Yes.
For questions, if you have questions. Thank you.
So my middle name is Doubt. There's always the beginning place I don't believe. And that's how I start many of my meditations and prayer practice, to get off of that spot. And so using I don't believe with your first mantra, I mean, it just comes naturally. I don't believe this. So if that's my starting place, what do you suggest that I do next?
You said you don't believe this?
Yes.
So you swing your pendulum clockwise. I am God eternal within the body. Can you come up here?
Yes.
Do you have a cell phone? No cell phone?
Not with me. It's in the room.
So you need proof.
Yes.
I understand that. How are we going to give him proof? I am God eternal within the body. So, do you have any shoulder injuries?
Yeah, a little one here.
Okay, so I can use this one?
Yes.
Do you know applied kinesiology?
No.
So applied kinesiology, if you've never seen it before, can look pretty weird. But you can get a degree in applied kinesiology all over the U.S. So just because you've never seen it before doesn't mean a thing. So just send this arm out and fingers outstretched. Then I am Brad.
I am Brad.
And just resist. Okay? I am Charlotte.
I am Charlotte.
And just resist. Okay? Applied kinesiology.
I used to be Charlotte.
Just okay. Now relax a minute. So now we need to come up with a sentence to help you believe. So say, I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay? Say, I am.
I am.
Okay? I am God eternal.
I am God eternal.
I am God eternal within the body.
I am God eternal within the body.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Is that evidence?
Half evidence.
That's half evidence, okay.
Yeah, because I don't know. There's a lot of filters to get through,
Yeah.
I think, or layers or something.
You tell me at the end of the day how we're doing,
Okay.
okay?
I will. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Was there another question?
I
No?
was just gonna ask him, what would it take for him to
to believe? Well, we'll see if we can get there. That's a wonderful challenge. So everyone needs a pendulum. And absolutely. Go to your, I need a handout. So go to the chart. So this is just a few ideas for what you can do with a pendulum. Oh, compatibility, that's another great one to ask, or to hold. Like if you have any kind of project, any kind of house repairs, putting your finger over. We don't have yellow pages anymore, but it'll work if you just open up on Google, MC Plumbing or whatever. Is this in harmony? Can we work together? If it goes clockwise, it's a good thing, and if it goes counterclockwise, it's a bad thing. So that's another.
Yellow pages here.
What?
We have yellow pages here.
Oh, we do? All right. I haven't.
Enough to get a phone book.
I haven't seen yellow pages in a long time, but I'm glad they still exist. Does anyone have a cell phone that they do not have EMF protection on? Yeah? No? So you don't have EMF protection? All right, so if you come up here, do you have shoulder injuries? No? So this is just another fun thing to do with applied kinesiology. So if you hold out an arm and just resist me, okay, and when I bring your phone in and just resist me, you're trying, right? Yeah. And EMF protection. With your phone, resist me.
Interesting.
Yeah. So EMF protection is so very simple, and yet everybody should know about it. You need one too, apparently. EMF, electromagnetic frequency. Cell tower stuff. There's many of these that work. I know people who have spent hundreds of dollars. I get them on eBay for a couple bucks.
I'm not understanding what they do.
They neutralize the
Chris?
EMFs that come from your phone.
Chris,
Yes.
I have no idea what you did. I heard you say EMF protection, but what did you do?
I applied an EMF protection sticker to her
Okay,
phone.
I couldn't see that. So
Yes,
I didn't know
I'm
what
sorry.
You were doing.
Do you need an EMF sticker? No. Oh, EMF sticker.
Do
Yeah.
you sell those EMF protectors
Yeah, I
here?
sell them for $2.
You do? Okay.
Yeah. But I'd gladly give you one. So you can, the top of your graph, use your pendulum. Now you can use that little chart that I have there, but like I said, I often have a pendulum, I seldom have a chart. So I just visualize my chart. So far left is 0. For that top one, show me my current frequency, 0 to 1,000. So far left is 0, far right is 1,000. So show me my current frequency. If you're visualizing a chart, far left is 0, far right is 1,000, and you simply ask your pendulum, show me my current frequency. You want to be very hydrated today. We can get a lot of stuff moving, and your body just needs help washing it out. So emotions can come up, pains can come up. So halfway, yeah. So what we want to do before we do any major healing is prepare the body for change, because we don't like change. I have 3 different exercises to prepare the body for change. So if you don't like one, don't worry about it. So the first one is called the spinal flush, and you need a partner. And can I use you again? And you find their spine. And what if you were to come up here? So find the spine. You do not press on the spine. Know where it is so that you can stay off of it. And what you do is you go to the muscles on each side of the spine and just do this. Everything in the body is connected to the spine. From the eyes to the toes, everything's connected to the spine. So you just do little circles to open the spine up. All right? So grab a partner, or wait for the next one.
So I do massage, like Swedish massage. So if I were to do that to somebody on the massage table, that would help to open
Yes.
all that up?
Yes.
Okay. 'Cause
Yes.
I just got my Reiki too, so I'm trying to figure all this stuff out and figure out how to merge it.
Yeah, that's the fun part. And let me.
So what is the point of doing this?
Opens up the spine to prepare it for change. Everything is connected to the spine. Everything. Your eyes, your toes. And you can't do it enough.
So you only go down to about mid-back? Or
As
do you
far
go
as
all-
I can go.
okay. Well, yeah, because of jeans.
Yeah.
So otherwise you go all the way down?
Yeah. Make sure everybody's up. So an alternative to that one is called connecting heaven and earth. And you rub your hands together and shake them off. And you stretch one arm up as if it's holding up the heavens. And just feel that stretch throughout your lymph, throughout your rib cage. And then come back, shake it off, and go the other way. So if you don't like this one, don't do it. Because the next step then is to bend over, beginning with the neck. Feel a stretch in every vertebra of the neck. And then the upper back, middle back, lower back. Now again, it just opens up the spine so that Your body is more willing to change. And the last one may be the easiest. You stretch your hands out, cross your wrists, clasp your fingers, bring it in. And then if you're seated, cross your ankles. You can try right over left, left over right, just see which one works for you. And you can also bring your clasped hands to that high heart. And it just opens up the communication between you and all that is. It opens up communication within your body as well. It opens up the communication between the right hemisphere and the left hemisphere. You know, one side is more analytical, the other side more creative. It's when those two sides work together that we get our best solutions to the challenges of life. And it opens up so many more communication systems within the body. We're going to do this one later, so remember it. All right, so we got the current frequency of our body, and just make a note of it. We will use that again later. And then next question on there is accuracy. So many things can affect our accuracy. The alignment of the stars, the phase of the moon. You know, we know that the moon affects our waters. It affects all of us. Our hydration will greatly affect our accuracy. So 0% to 100%. What's our accuracy today? And then, how much do we love ourselves? 0% to 100%. So once you get your percentage, how much do I love myself? Then you swing your pendulum clockwise and amplify that, unless you're already at 100.
I don't know how you get the percentage. I don't know how you know.
Okay. Okay. There is a chart on one of the pages, that funny looking symbol.
So you're looking for how far it goes in the chart, not that it keeps coming back, but kind of like.
Right. How far does it go? Which direction? So if you hold your pendulum right above the point, and that chart is written to be a percentage, 0% to 100%. Find out how much do you love yourself? What percentage? And unless you're already at 100%, you swing that pendulum. Well, and even if you are at 100%, you can still swing that pendulum clockwise with the intentions of loving yourself more. For us to make changes, there are a few activator words. We have to be ready, willing, able, open, safe, free, and worthy. So take your pendulum, show me how much I am ready to receive grace, magic, and miracles. If you don't like those words, choose your own. I thought those words are kind of the most generic. I don't want to step on anyone's belief system. So show me how much I am ready to receive grace, magic, and miracles. 0% or 100% or somewhere in between. And if it's less than 100%, you swing that pendulum clockwise. I am ready to receive grace, magic, and miracles. Then the next one is willing. You know, we might think we're willing, but you have 50 trillion cells in your body that aren't all on the same page. So ask the pendulum, show me how much I am willing to receive grace, magic, and miracles. And if it's less than 100%, spin that pendulum clockwise. I am ready. I am willing to receive grace, magic, and miracles. You're talking to 50 trillion cells in your body, and probably at least that many outside of your body. You're talking to many different energetic pathways in the body, and at least as many outside the body. The next one is able. I am able to receive grace, magic, and miracles. Ask your pendulum, show me how much I am able to receive grace, magic, and miracles. I had a teacher who, whenever his thoughts got off track, he would pull a sprig of rosemary out of his pocket and take a whiff. This one is my technique. Clean up what's going on and let's start over. I had another teacher who could read thoughts, hear thoughts. And it's not that she could get into my head and know what I was thinking, which I was grateful for, because I thought she was kind of annoying sometimes. But she could pick up on the thoughts floating around in the room. And if she knew you well enough, she'd know those thoughts came from you. But when they say thoughts have wings, it's really true. Our thoughts don't stay up here. I once helped a massage therapist move, and she felt like she really owed me, so she gave me a 2-hour massage. I thought, oh, okay. And about halfway through it, I had the most amazing sensation. Most amazing sensation. And afterwards, I asked her what she did, and she just giggles. That was it. A year later, I asked her again, what is it you did? And she said, I could feel that you just had too much going on up here, so I grabbed it and threw it down there. And it was the most amazing sensation. Hopefully, I'm living more in that place now than I was back then. But yeah, this can be like a big bird's nest, especially for me today. So we were at able, right? We did able. The next one is open. So many things can close off our bodies. Anything we rebel against can close off our bodies. And I know there's plenty to rebel against. But we have to be in a state of acceptance. That doesn't mean that we can't change it when we can, but we have to accept what is today and work for a better tomorrow. When we don't accept what is today, we close off energy pathways. We close off flow. So, I am open to receive grace, magic, and miracles. And the next one is safe. Like I said, our bodies, they don't like change. But at least we're alive right here, right now. If we change, who knows what's going to happen? So we have to feel safe. I am safe to receive grace, magic, and miracles. And then you build that. Swinging the pendulum clockwise. I am safe to receive grace, magic, and miracles. Clockwise, if you were to visualize the clock on the floor, it's easy to see what's clockwise. The next one is free. I am free to receive grace, magic, and miracles. When you go to sleep tonight, the body will often reset itself to what it is most familiar with. So you have to do it again tomorrow. Other things can make it reset itself too. Any kind of drama or trauma. And then sometimes we just have to dig a little deeper. So the last one is worthy. I am worthy to receive grace, magic, and miracles. So the next group, we're going to ask, how many physical stuck patterns do I have? And this time the chart is going to be 0 to 81. So how many physical stuck patterns do I have? Yes, how many physical stuck patterns do I have? 81 is far right, 0 is far left.
How do you know if it's 0 or 81? It's going left or right?
It's going to go one direction more than the other. Like, do you have it right over the point, the apex? Or you can ask, yes, no. Do I have 0 stuck patterns? Do I have 81 stuck patterns? And this is just for a measurement, for motivation. You don't have to know. So what we're going to do is, this time, thinking about your stuck patterns, whether or not you have any, go counterclockwise with the intentions of clearing all physical stuck patterns. Notice what your body does. Shaking is often for me. Face distortions are often for me. Or it could simply be a nice deep breath.
Does it maintain the opposite?
Does it maintain the opposite?
The opposite direction, does it maintain going to the left? Or does it, when you reach that, does it go right?
I think that's probably individual. So after you have cleared for 20 seconds, Then go clockwise with the intention of bringing good stuff into what you just cleared. So the good stuff could be love, the good stuff could be light, the good stuff could be peace, the good stuff could be flow, and the next one is mental stuck patterns. Show me how many mental stuck patterns. Clear the mental stuck patterns going counterclockwise. And then bring in the good stuff going clockwise. The next one is emotional stuck patterns. Show me how many emotional stuck patterns I have. Clear those going counterclockwise. And then bring in the good stuff. Is there anyone who still needs a pendulum? Anyone who needs a pendulum? I have pendulums over here. Somewhere. And the next one is spiritual. Show me my spiritual stuck patterns. Clear those going counterclockwise. And then bring in the good stuff. So we are going to leave that page for a little while and go to the page called Body Process Clearing. And you don't really have to go to the page because we're going to do it. I'm sorry, I touched something wrong. Body processing. So does anybody have a specific health concern they want addressed? Yes? Are you willing to come up? Are you willing to share the health concern?
My health concern is sinus or allergy. I'm not sure what it is, but it's been going on for years, and I just...
So science or allergies? So, all right, do you have two good shoulders? So allergies are often related to the liver, right here. So I'm going to ask her how her liver is using applied kinesiology. Relax a minute. I love applied kinesiology because it's so hard to dispute. I mean, even a non-believer is going to have a hard time disputing it. Whereas a pendulum, it's really easy to influence. Okay, so first I just want to know if I can test you. So just say, my name is Deborah, and resist.
My name is Deborah.
And resist. Okay, my name is George.
My name is George.
And just resist. Okay. What happens when we say a lie or when we go weak, our sympathetic nervous system is scrambled. And what's supposed to happen is the parasympathetic nervous system comes in and restores our strength. But for that moment, our sympathetic nervous system is totally scrambled and we have no power to resist. So I'm just going to ask how her liver is. And just resist? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So there's many ways we can address. I'm sorry, I love that. There's many ways we can address this. We were on the body processing page. And the next section in our graph was chakras. I'm sorry, I touched something wrong. Okay, let's do this first. Bless her liver. When I bless something, it's very generic. Thank you. Okay, where's that pendulum? I need to do some clearing. Okay. I bless you. I bless your liver. I bring in love and light. That's it. Because I know nothing. I don't know what's best for her. But love and light, blessings, is always good. So bless your liver. And let's ask again. Resist. Whoa! So there's many ways we can address allergies. Being in harmony with our environment. I think that's one of the questions on our page, is how much am I in harmony with my environment? But we're on the body processing. So sinuses. Let's just ask about your sinuses. Sinuses. All right. So this time, you can join me or not. You can choose your own. We each are going to do our own this time. We're not going to influence her. She's going to do her own. So the body processing, you have feet flat on the floor. And let me explain this before you stand up. So one hand goes on the heart. The other hand can go a variety of places. A lot of people like it on the top of the head. A lot of people like it where the neck meets the head. A lot of people like it on what they're addressing. So your second hand has options. The tongue goes at the roof of the mouth because that connects the central meridian with the governing vessel so that you have a flow this way. And I do it standing because then I can feel my body talk. So sometimes we'll get a sway back and forth, and that is the cerebral spinal fluid getting pumped up and down the spine. Sometimes we'll go right and left. I had to shake that off. Right and left, and that's balancing the right and left. I often feel like I have to shake something out of my tailbone. Again, the eyes squint, the face distorts. So I encourage you to stand up, think about what you want to address, the position, feet flat on the floor, hands two places, tongue at the roof of the mouth. So what Deborah might think is I open my sinuses. What you might think, I bless me, or I bless whatever it is you want to work on. And notice what your body does. Sometimes it takes a little practice to let go enough to know what your body does, to know how your body is going to talk to you. And usually when you're done, your body takes a nice deep breath. There was that nice deep breath. So let's ask the sinuses again. Sinuses, hold. I can't budge her. That doesn't mean you're done.
Okay.
It means that takes care of it for now.
For now.
Yeah. Yeah. So, can you volunteer again? Sure. So I want to show you how your thoughts have wings. Yes, like that. So up here, I'm going to hold my hand. If I make a fist, I want you to think challenging thoughts. He looks like a strapping man with lots of power, but you just have to make something up. I don't like his hat or whatever. Just make something up. And when I do this, think something positive, okay? And I'm going to do it above his head so that you can see it and he can't. All right, are you up for that?
Sure.
All right, so to start, let's again show them how strong you are. And fingers open. All right, good. Okay, let's do this one. Let's do this one. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, let's do this one. That's how much your thoughts affect everybody, everybody. Are we up a little bit on the scale?
Yes.
Thoughts have wings. All right, we're going back to that page. All right, the charts. What we are at is the body systems. So you take your pendulum, show me the vitality of, skip the overall. You can do the overall if you're in a hurry. We're not in a hurry. So we're going to do the cardiovascular system. Show me the vitality of my cardiovascular system, 0% to 100%. Show me the vitality of my cardiovascular system. We are on strength. And then when you get a number, or you don't need a number, build that. I build my I revitalize my cardiovascular system. whatever word feels comfortable to you. So if this doesn't hold, then you need to break that cardiovascular system down. Show me the vitality of my heart. Show me the vitality of my aorta. So the next one is circulatory system. Show me the vitality of my circulatory system. And build that revitalize that circulatory system. The next one is the digestive system. And within the digestive system, you have the excretory system and the exocrine system. So show me the vitality of my digestive system. And then build that up. Yes?
Do you have to do this to make it stick?
How much do you have to do it to make it stick? That's a very individual thing. So that's the purpose of the chart, so that you can track progress. And if it just isn't sticking, you have to break that system down into the individual parts. We're trying to get it to 100. And we might not be able to do all of that at this moment, but that's our goal, that's our intention.
So I guess you could do that overall, like every day.
Yes.
Wake up, just
Yeah.
one thing.
Yes. Yes, you can do the overall. If you only have a moment, do the overall. Show me my overall. And okay, let's build that up. But if it doesn't stick, you have to break it down.
So then you could ask, after you do the, is it sticking?
Is it sticking? Yeah.
Do I need to do it again?
And we're going to anchor some in too. So the next one is the endocrine system. Show me the vitality of my endocrine system. You feel like the pendulum is sluggish and you can't get it to go. Anybody have any feelings about that? Unclear it? Clear it. Clear the pendulum.
Maybe there's something on there, some little entity that's participating.
She's suggesting that there's a clearing that needs to be done, as if maybe there's an entity or some kind of challenging energy stuck on it. So we're bringing in love and light into Lizzie's pendulum. Yes.
What is integumentary?
Integumentary is the skin. But she's jumping ahead. Oh, no, that is the next one. Integumentary. That's our skin, the largest organ of the body. So show me the vitality. What? We're on integumentary, right? Yes. All right. So show me the vitality of my integumentary system and build that up. It generally takes 20 seconds to build it up. I always push it a little bit because I want to give you as much content as possible, so sometimes I might cut you short of that 20 seconds. And I apologize for that. The next one is the lymphatic system, and within the lymphatic system is your immune system. So show me the vitality of my lymphatic system and build that up. So we're going to take a break at 10:30. We're going to take a 10 or 15 minute break maximum. So we're going to try to get through these before 10:30. So the next one is the musculoskeletal system. Show me the vitality of my musculoskeletal system and build that up. The next one is the nervous system. Show me the vitality of my nervous system. And build that up. Did you get 100%? The next one is the reproductive system. So the reproductive system is more than just giving birth. It's giving birth to all sorts of ideas, possibilities. So ask, what is the vitality of my reproductive system? And build that up. Because we all want to give birth to a new idea. And the last one before we take a break is the respiratory system. Show me the vitality of my respiratory system. and build that up. So then we're going to do the basic technique to anchor in what we have accomplished so far. So that basic technique is this one. I do it standing so that, because it gives me motivation. Ah, yes, I feel my body change. Oh, yes, my body's talking to me. I anchor in. What should we anchor in? Love and light? I anchor in ready, willing, able, open, safe, free, and worthy. Anchor that in. Love and light, beauty, joy, peace, harmony. Many of us will lean forward a lot. You know, we are at least as smart as a plant, right? And plants move towards the light because it likes the light. So moving forward is a common response. This afternoon using dowsing rods. So skipping the chakra system, we're moving to show me the level of environmental and energetic pollution. And that seems like one we should clear first. So you go counterclockwise. I clear environmental and energetic pollution. 20 seconds. "20 seconds is always longer than I think it is. And then clockwise, bring in the good stuff. Love, light. And then show me my alignment with financial freedom. And build that up, swinging clockwise. As you can imagine, the list of possibilities is endless. And the next one, show me my ability to produce stem cells. Stem cells. And the next one, show me my ability to produce mitochondria. So mitochondria is known as the powerhouse within all 50 trillion cells. So it has to do with longevity. Show me my ability to produce mitochondria. And the next one, show me my ability to produce and maintain telomeres. So telomeres are on the end of our DNA, and again, has to do with longevity. And the last one on this page, show me how much of my DNA is activated. So get a percentage, how much is of your DNA is activated, and just yell out in whatever you get. 50?
70.
What? 50? 75? 75? Focus on your question. How much of my DNA is activated? Is it going back and forth? So what would you think about that? Her pendulum is just going back and forth when she's thinking, show me how much of my DNA is activated. Huh?
Either they're all activated or not.
All?
Yeah, depends on when which way it's starting.
So you could ask, does this mean all of my DNA is activated? So this one we are going to do the basic body processing to activate. So that's the one where you stand and hold a position, tongue at the roof of the mouth, and just think, I activate more of my DNA, or maybe you're ready for all of my DNA. And travel within. Allow your body to communicate with you. Nope. It does not matter which hand goes where. So this is a wonderful way. You're connected to the heavens and the earth. You are the conduit between above and below. Additionally, you're communicating with 50 trillion cells within your body. Additionally, you're communicating with all of the different energetic pathways within and around you. And the next one is also a good one to do standing up, doing this exercise. And it is connectivity. Show me the connectivity within my body. Because cancer is the body not communicating with the body. Lack of healing is the body not communicating with the body. So connectivity, we want to reconnect communication systems within the entire body. And you can have a seat. The next one is self-sabotaging systems. So how many self-sabotaging programs do I have running? So that seems like something we would clear before we would build, right? You got a funny going on over there? So counterclockwise to clear the self-sabotaging programs. And then clockwise to build.
What would the word be? I build.
What?
What would you say? Like I build productive programs?
I fill in love and light. So we did emptying, we did clearing, so we fill with love and light. And the next one is forgiveness. How much forgiveness do I have in my body? What? Oh, how much love do I have in my body? Thank you. And then forgiveness if you haven't done that one. So for the next section, choose one. So if you have heart issues, you could choose the heart meridian or the pericardium. If you have digestive issues, you could choose the stomach or the large or small intestine. Bladder issues, gallbladder issues. PTSD, if you have PTSD, you would choose the triple heater. So who has chosen a meridian and is willing to come up front? Yes? So what meridian have you chosen?
Liver,
All right.
why not? Liver, everything, emotion.
So let me first make sure I can test you.
Okay.
So just state your name,
Shoshana Avery.
and hold strong, and make up a name. Let me make it up. My name is George. Say that one.
Oh, my name is George.
And hold strong. Okay, all right, great. And I'm just going to ask how the liver is doing. Hold strong. Okay. So choose your meridian, and we're going to do the body processing to activate it. All right? So that's this one. So I activate the meridian of choice. And again, I like to do it standing up because it's so much easier to feel my body. Feel my body communicate with me. But the most important part, feet flat on the floor, 2 hands are making contact, and tongue at the roof of the mouth.
So we're asking to clear.
So we're activating the meridian you've chosen. You getting that meridian flowing. Okay. So the next section is the radiant circuits. And the meridians, the previous section, are all in the body, outside of the body. You can actually locate, they have equipment today that can locate 144,000 acupuncture points out here. Yeah. So those meridians are all of that space. The next meridians, the radiant circuits, are multidimensional. So when you address a radiant circuit, you have to include a phrase like, I do this beyond all time, space, dimensions, and realities. And that is written in your body processing page. I do this across all time, space, dimensions, and realities. In order to activate the radiant circuits, I do this across all time, space, dimensions, and realities. So I'm going to test you for the bridge circuit, all right? Bridge circuit. Hold. So when you activate this one, do it across all time, space, dimensions, and realities. Okay? So let's see what you want to do. You can use your pendulum to ask which one, or I can have more volunteers up after we're done, and we can do it that way. Okay? So I activate my bridge circuit across all time, space, dimensions, and realities. Okay, we're going to test that one again. So it was the bridge circuit. Hold. And I can't budge yet. Let's see. You can, it's very interesting. The Chinese have another name for it called strange flows. So those other meridians on the previous page, I think, all are in a straight line. You know, they're very predictable, straight lines. The radiant circuits are few straight lines. So one of them goes like this, one of them goes like this. I can't tell you. Yeah. If you're studying acupuncture, then your body is going to want you to know where it is. If you're not studying acupuncture, your body doesn't need to know. Your body doesn't need you to cognitively know. Are you willing to come up? Yes. So first I'm going to test my ability to test you.
Okay,
And just saying, my name is Martha, and you have any shoulder injuries?
yes,
Which one? Both?
both.
I do not want to inflict pain. Huh? I can
I
use
think you're
a,
fine, yeah, you're fine.
I can use a surrogate.
I-
But
I
we're
think
not testing we're not seeing if you're stronger than me.
No, I've done this a lot.
Okay.
I'm familiar.
All right. Okay, so just say, my name is Martha,
My name is Mark.
and hold strong. Say, my name is George,
My name is George.
and hold strong. Okay, relax. And I'm just going to ask about the radiant circuit known as the belt flow. Hold strong. Okay, relax. Donna Eden is one of my favorite people. She has lots of videos on YouTube, all free. So she probably has something on the belt flow. And I know that exercise. I can give it to you. Anyone with hip pain is likely a belt flow issue. Yes? You have hip pain? So the exercise, if you want to know that one, you grab the side of the hip And bring it across and down the opposite leg. Grab, drag. Grab, drag. And then the other way. Grab, drag. Grab, drag. And that's another one of those meridians. Those radiant circuits are all multidimensional. So they help us connect to that universal power within the Sacred Heart. So let's ask again about your belt flow. Yeah. Yeah. So there's multiple ways of fixing us. We just have to take that giant leap into becoming who we came here to be and take action. It could be action such as a simple exercise or a simple meditation. This is like 20-second meditation. But that's what we need to do. We need to address our bodies. Our bodies are a work of art. They are the temples of the divine. And we need to treat it as such. Okay? Let's see. Let's do some more activations. So all of the radiant circuits must be addressed across time, space, dimensions, and realities. And that's where our miracles happen. So maybe we should do those. Let's do that. So get your pendulum and ask about your blood flow. Do I need to address my belt flow? Do I need to address my belt flow? Belt. I'm sorry, I said it wrong at first. But do I need to address my belt flow? And then swing your pendulum. If you doubt yourself, we can do what I did with Martha. You can come up and we can test your belt flow and build it. Okay. Oh, thank you.
So when we're addressing these, are we going counterclockwise?
Clockwise.
Or just to?
No, we're building. We're only building. So does anybody want that extra confirmation? Yes?
Is your pendulum supposed to go clockwise?
When you ask, do I need to address my belt flow, then typically a yes is perpendicular to the body, a no is parallel to the body. Some people are different, but that's the easy way. To be like most people is easier. Again, those mirror neurons.
Mine just went clockwise.
Clockwise? Let me see which one we need to address. Belt flow, bridge flow, central, governing vessel. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to check my ability to test you.
Okay.
Shoulder injuries?
Nope.
So just say, my name is Leslie,
My name is Leslie.
and hold strong. I don't want to pick on George, so let's say my name is Pete,
My name is Pete.
and hold strong. All right. So I want to ask how her governing vessel is. Governing vessel. Okay. So the governing vessel is multidimensional. It's on both of those lists. It's on that first list of meridians, and it's on this multidimensional radiant circuit list. So the governing vessel starts at the anus, goes up the center, and ends the back of the throat, where it is supposed to connect with the central meridian, which goes down the front, and they meet together at the bottom. So we want to reconnect. One way to do that is this. It's like it gives that little push. And maybe I shouldn't have shown you that one because I want to show you the power of that body processing.
Okay.
So let's do that one. That's this. You can do it any way you'd like. So I activate my governing vessel. Or you can see that flow, front to back to front. And so we ask again about her governing vessel. I can't budge her. Yeah. And you did that. You did that.
Okay.
You did that for you. Anybody else need that extra bit of confidence? No? Yes? Okay. So I'm going to test my ability to test you. Say, my name is Nancy.
My name is Nancy.
And hold strong. And my name is Henry.
My name is Henry.
And hold strong. Okay. And we're going to do the bridge flow. Bridge flow, hold strong. Okay. So the bridge flow, how do you want to fix that? The bridge flow goes like this. So one way to fix it, you start with the back of your hands together, and you just make a little heart, then you make a bigger heart, and then you make a bigger heart. Our bridge flow bridges the gap between us and all that is divine and holy. So this simple exercise by Donna Eden, or the body processing technique. And when you wake up in the morning, you probably need to do it again. Okay. So we're going to ask bridge flow again. Bridge flow, and hold strong. And I can't budge you. So, yes, you did that for you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Anybody else need a little extra confidence? Uh-huh.
Spleen.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So, I'm going to test my ability to test you. Say, my name is Sheila. And, yeah, just hold strong. Yeah, just relax. There we go. Hold strong. My name is Sheila.
My name is Sheila.
My name is George.
My name is George.
I'm still picking on George. Okay. So we're going to ask spleen meridian, spleen. So the spleen is another one that's on both sections. It's in the meridian list and it's in the radiant circuit list. It has many, many, many purposes. The spleen meridian is a great one if you have allergies. You find this point here in line with the nipples and the armpits. And you do little circles, or you thump, flap like a chicken. That's not really what a chicken did. But this point right here is a great one to activate the spleen meridian. If you like to do it through physical exercise, you can also do it. I do an awful lot while laying in bed. While laying in bed, falling asleep. So my hands aren't here while I'm laying in bed, but I do get a good focus on the meridian and visualize it lighting up. Or 20 seconds. Did you do that 20 seconds? I don't know.
I think so.
Okay, so we ask again, spleen meridian. Yeah, and I can't budge here. You can't do it too often. You can't do this too often. If you eat something that you know you shouldn't have, it helps process it. If you breathe something you know you shouldn't have, it helps process it. If you think something you know you shouldn't have, it helps process. Huh?
I said I'll be busy all day.
Yeah. So the spleen meridian.
So if it gets sore at those points, does that
You
mean
need
you
it.
a lot more?
Most of us need it, the spleen meridian. We don't eat organic, we don't breathe organic, we don't think organic. Most of us need this one. And if that's too hard to reach, there is an alternative. And the alternative, if you divide it in your front into quarters, it's in this quarter. It's right here. So if you divide, here's half, divide that in half, it's right here. And then you go up one rib. Ooh, dear. You find the place that hurts. So pain is often stuck energy. So you just get that moving. Does anyone else need an extra bit of confidence? Yes? Central. Governing. Central. Governing. Penetrating. Spleen regulator. Okay. Triple heater. Okay. So, again, I'm going to. Do you have any shoulder injuries?
No.
And so I'm just going to test my ability to test you.
Mm-hmm.
So say, my name is Joan.
My name is Joan.
And hold strong. And say, my name is Pete.
My name is Pete.
And hold strong. Okay. So we're going to ask about your regulator flow. Regulator flow. Just resist. Okay. So what way are you? Let's do it this way. So I activate my regulator flow. We are still in the radiant circuits, so we go across all time, space, dimensions, and realities. So I activate my radiant regulator flow across all time, space, dimensions, and realities. Okay, so we're going to check your regulator flow. And just resist. And we're going to ask about your triple heater. Resist. Okay. So the triple heater is the one that gets stuck in fight or flight. Are you familiar with fight or flight? Anybody need an explanation of fight or flight? Okay. So, if you were ever afraid for your life, you get into the place where you either have to fight that saber-toothed tiger, or you have to run away from it, or you have to just stand still and freeze. Fight, flight, freeze. So sometimes we get stuck there. So for whatever reason, Joan is stuck there. So we want to. This is not an easy one to discontinue. PTSD is no fun thing. It's not an easy one. When that triple heater meridian gets stuck, it takes, and maybe that's only my personal inhibitions. It might be once and you're done, but it might not. So we want to activate your triple heater meridian. And do you like this one?
I do.
Okay. So I activate triple heater meridian across all time, space, dimensions, and realities. So we're going to ask Ian about your triple heater meridian and just resist. Okay. So this triple heater meridian needs to be calmed so that it functions properly, so that we can experience joy. So Donna Eden has a great one. Once you get that triple heater meridian relaxed, then you build it up so you can receive more joy. And her way of doing that is this one. Let your hands just hang, and then you flip them up and squeeze your shoulder blades together. So before we did this, I got a 30% for Joan. So again, you elbows straight out, flip, and squeeze. So elbow straight up, flip, and squeeze. So I got 30% ability for joy for Joan, and now I get 65, 70. Yeah, so keep working on that.
Can I give you
I'd love a hug.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Is there anyone else who needs to experience it for themselves? Please. Central meridian, governing vessel, penetrating flow, spleen, regulator, triple heater. Okay. So stand in front of it. There we go. Any shoulder injuries?
This one?
Okay. All right. So I'm just going to test my ability to test you.
Okay.
So say, my name is Lillian, and hold strong.
My name is Lillian.
My name is George.
My name is George.
Okay. And let's ask about your triple heater meridian. Triple heater. All right.
Somewhere in between weak and strong.
Yeah. So like maybe we made a little bit of progress a moment ago. We need to do more. Now, how would you like to do that? We can have them work on that for you. You can do this one stronger. Donna Eden has many exercises on YouTube for the triple heater meridian.
If they could work on me, that would be wonderful.
Did someone have a question? Oh, Donna Eaton. Yeah, one of my favorite people. So, Lillian would like you to bless her triple heater meridian. So, that can also mean subduing her triple heater meridian. So, the triple heater meridian is different from all the rest. And when it is in charge, it takes over. It takes over all the other meridians. So we want to subdue the triple heater meridian, or you can simply bless her triple heater meridian.
Can you just ask it to balance?
Bring it into balance, balance her triple heater meridian, that'd be great. And let's ask again, triple heater meridian, triple heater meridian. And I can't budge you. So thank you for all that you did.
So I'm going to worry less, right?
That's right. Worry less.
Cool.
So worrying is a disruption of,
Yeah. I don't have the fight or flight thing, but I have to think about it and have control. So a little variety.
yes, yeah, interesting. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. And I have a quick question, if not now, because that's not what we're doing. But is there anything that we could do, perhaps later this afternoon or now, about the squeaky voice that I have?
We're going to do more of that this afternoon.
Great. So I'll be a volunteer again.
Okay. All right. So we want to do some more anchoring. Yeah, let's do that. So we're going to do a very brief meditation. So just relax. Take a couple of deep breaths. Let's step into our power and think, I relax my right foot. I relax my left foot. I relax my right leg. I relax my left leg. I relax my right hip. I relax my left hip. I relax my right arm. I relax my left arm. I relax my neck. I relax my face. I relax my back. I relax my chest. I relax my abdomen. Notice any shifts within. You might notice an increase of flow, movement within. You might notice a reduction of pain. Make your exhale longer than your inhale. That just tells your body that you are safe. Then we're going to do that exercise we did for early this morning where you cross your wrists, grab your fingers, hands, clasp your hands, and bring it in, and have it land right at the high heart. So this helps to locate the high heart, that power center, that universal power center, the Sacred Heart, Kingdom of Heaven. Soul chamber is another name for it. So here in the high heart, feel appreciation. Appreciation for whatever it is you appreciate. And feel it grow. So I want you to feel it powerfully and yet not trying too hard. So trying too hard stops flow. Struggle stops flow. So instead of trying harder, it's more of a letting go more. Feel appreciation. You might feel that high heart warm up. The vibration might change. The taste in your mouth might change. And then feel caring. Anything you really care about. Feel that sensation in that high heart. And compassion. You have to be a little bit careful with compassion. Some people put sadness in their compassion. So without sadness, feel compassion. And the last one is gratitude. Feel gratitude. So if you haven't felt a shift, you can pretend. Pretend that your high heart area is getting warmer. Or you might feel or pretend a vibrational shift. The color behind your closed eyes may change. Pretending helps you take a giant leap into success. And it's just a big advantage to know what's going on inside. It's like opening the door. The body is the barometer of the soul. So your body is always talking to you, always giving you messages. And these messages travel along your meridians, which is why the liver often has stuck anger, frustration. The stomach often has stuck despair. The lungs typically is where grief gets stuck. So when your body is talking to you, your soul wants you to receive the message. So here, activating the high heart, bring into the high heart whatever you want to manifest. This is your power center, this your connection to the universe, the connection to all that is divine and holy. So think about what you want to manifest and feel it powerfully while keeping your energy flowing. And again, you can add anchoring in all that we've done this morning. You can add peace and harmony. So take a moment to notice the room. I just felt a nice shift in the room. And with all this love and light, let's send it to our government. And whenever you're ready, we're going to take a new measurement of the room. So if you took a measurement this morning when we began, I'll take another measurement. So my measurement before people entered the room was about 300. With people was about 400. And now I get about 800, and I think we can do better than that. So feeling your high heart, feeling those four emotions are from heart math. So heart math has monitors all around the world, and they measure the frequency of the earth. So during 9/11 is when they discovered how our emotions affect our planet. And those are the 4 words that they felt were the most powerful. Many people wonder why the word love isn't there, and it's because it's too ambiguous. But if you break down love, it means appreciation, caring, compassion, and gratitude. So I'm at about 800. Let's get it to 1,000. Going into that high heart, your power center. If love is easy for you, if love keeps your energy flowing, feel love. If appreciation is easier for you, feel appreciation. Caring, compassion, gratitude. I got it to 1,000 now. Just needed a little laughter. We needed Alan in here. He is so much fun. All right, the next section, planets. I really know nothing about the planets. I know nothing about planets. But we know the moon affects us. You don't want to be in the ER on a full moon. What if all those other planets affect us as well? Anybody believe that? So each of the planets has different attributes. Arcturus is known for hope and healing the heart. So you can ask a yes, no. Do I need, or am I fully in line with Arcturus? And then you can use your pendulum to get into alignment with that planet, get more fully into alignment with that planet. I have seen it where someone with heart issues, when they connect with that planet, the heart is stronger. So then you can ask, am I fully in alignment with Venus? Venus, love, relationships, collaboration, beauty. Am I fully in line with Venus? And activate that. Okay. Mars represents ambition, assertiveness, courage. Am I fully in line with Mars? Jupiter is abundance, luck, prosperity. And you can do the measurement again, 0 to 100%. How much am I in line with Jupiter? You can do a measurement. You can ask yes, no. And then build it up. Saturn represents responsibility, time, routine. Uranus represents individuality, revolution, new technologies. This afternoon, we're going to be working with dowsing rods, I will have a few that I can share. We are all still going to have more healing that needs to be done. There are 7 layers in our energy field, and typically when we do this healing work, we're starting on the outside, moving in. So if you have issues out here in this 7th layer, it takes some time to get down into this layer. So it'll be an interesting afternoon. Neptune. Neptune is dreams, healing, intuition, illusion, spirituality. Polaris is the breath and throat. Lillian. Lillian, let's do your Polaris. Let's check your Polaris. So first I'm just going to ask how her throat is. Just resist. Okay.
Bronchioles.
Bronchioles. Resist. Okay.
Yeah.
So, would Polaris have to do with bronchioles? Would Polaris have to do with bronchioles? All right. So let's activate Polaris. How do you want to do that? Do you want them to activate it for you?
We could do it here.
You want to activate your Polaris?
Yeah.
So just imagine connecting with Polaris and activating.
Do I put one hand here and one here?
Yes.
Okay.
I like that way because you're making connections.
Okay.
Does that feel complete?
Mhm.
So let's ask again. Bronchial. Whoa.
Wow.
Wow.
Thank
Yes,
you.
yes,
That's
thank you,
cool.
thank you. And we have just a couple left. Let's see. We're not going to get through. Love. Pleiades. Ooh, boy, I don't know how to say the next one. Anybody? Pardon? Ophiuchus. That sounds good. Aids deep spiritual connection and energies of transformation. So that's a good thing that we can do today. And we're going to save the rest for this afternoon. Any quick questions before we take lunch?
That was great.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We get back together at 1:30.